Kendrick Lamar released one album between 2017 and 2022. Then he basically disappeared for 2 years. No rollouts, no podcasts, no podcast runs, no weekly drops, none of that. Right? He dropped 5 diss tracks in a week. Was it a week? Yo, it was only a week? Damn. Then my nigga performed at the Super Bowl. Apparently, he the undisputed king of hip hop right now, because J. Cole backed out. It could have been J. Cole. Would J. Cole have performed at the Super Bowl? Shit just wasn't destined to play out like that. I don't know. I don't know, bro. But we gonna break this down. In 2019, Kendrick co-founded PG Lang with Dave Free. So here's what's unusual. He specifically did not call it a record label. He called it a communications company. In his words, we tell stories, we communicate between artists and establishments. We communicate that taste is interchangeable between fields. Okay, I guess that framing does matter because a record label puts out music, but a communications company controls the narrative. While other artists were flooding streams with content, Kendrick was building the infrastructure that makes scarcity possible for success. You can only go quiet if you have an operation that sustains you while you're quiet. So the Big Steppers tour ran from July 2022 to March 2024. $110 million worldwide. And that's the financial moat. It funds the silence. He can afford to be silent, bro. You got money, nigga, you can afford to be silent. Nigga, you don't have to drop every week like you a starving artist and shit. So PG Lang also won a Webby Award for a Cash App campaign, co-starring Ray Dalio. Hip-hop artist, finance legend, one campaign. So that's intentional brand expansion rather than desperation of needing to drop to stay on the radar. All right, I'm not here to clown Drake. I'm not here to trash Drake. I don't do that. But it is the complete opposite of what Drake did. Think about it. Drake responded to everything. He dropped multiple tracks in days, posted on social constantly. Drake tried to flood the market with volume. And, he thought he could dominate the conversation that way. Complex wrote that Kendrick's timing with Not Like Us was an effective strategy in capturing the zeitgeist before listeners grew tired of the feud. Before listeners grew tired. It seems like people have not grown tired of it yet. We still talk about it to this day. I'm talking about right now. It's 2026, nigga. Drake gave listeners so much that they couldn't help but get tired of it. Right? But Kendrick gave them one thing at exactly the right moment, then he stopped. Volume dilutes your message, but scarcity concentrates the message and makes it more impactful. So the Super Bowl is actually, Super Bowl is usually a late career move, right? Music historians have noted that when artists perform the halftime show, it's typically a sign their cultural peak has passed. It's like a Hall of Fame induction. But Kendrick flipped that and he performed at the Super Bowl, but not as a coronation of the past, but as a cultural apex. With GNX already out, with him winning the beef with Drake, with PG Lang already operating, he walked in at his peak, not on his way down. And that only happens when you spend the quiet years building in silence, building your craft, building your restraint, building a refusal to chase an algorithm that changes every day. So the silence isn't absence, it's construction. We think Kendrick stays silent and does nothing. You think everybody who doesn't, post on social media every day does nothing? The most powerful move in hip hop right now is saying nothing. Kendrick proved it. The scarcity is the strategy. The silence is the infrastructure. But here's what I want to leave you with specifically. Like, what are you building in silence? Drop it below. I'm reading all your responses. Okay. I'm Kai from Bridgeport. This is the Immortal Blueprint. I will see you next time. And stay silent, bro. Stop talking. Shut up. Talking so much. Stop talking. Stop posting comments on social media, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up sometimes, man. Damn.